Lesson 67, Part 6, we're continuing to look at the balance between the mechanics of rolling the ball and the feel or touch required to roll the ball. So, if you've got good touch and good feel, it's a bonus to have great mechanics. I would rather you have a flawed mechanism with great sense of touch than a perfect stroke and no feel. For me, feel is king, and some of the best putters in the world have had a flawed stroke, yet their intent to hold the putt has overcome it. I'm thinking of Blacklock back in the 1940s, Duffy Waldorf being another. There are some guys that actually feel they cut their putts into the hole, whereas Blacklock, he felt that everything was drawn into the hole. He saw every putt as a right to left. And in those days when the greens were slower, someone like Blacklock could hold the ball across grain or across slope by imparting a certain type of spin. So it's unusual, but some pros on the US Tour have a cut mechanism. The ball has a little bit of left or right on it, and others roll it with topspin. The technology of putters these days and the golf ball and the quality of the greens means that over the years the mechanics have improved. Only back in the 60s, people like Arnold Palmer and Nicklaus were pop stroking, very wristy, but the greens were sufficient slowness to allow that to happen. Once you get onto faster greens, particularly on uphill putts, then the stroke is put to the test. So, let me just give you an exercise for pace. Obviously, we putt with two hands. You see people cross-handed putting and all sorts of variations. But how do the hands work in putting? Well, personally, I feel like all golf shots, the right hand is the dominant hand. If I play tennis right-handed and then my left hand joins the right hand, it's amplifying the right hand, it's not replacing it. So, first skills, particularly juniors, I just get them to putt with one hand behind their back. So I get them to set up properly, full scale routine, left hand behind the back, and then practice putts right hand only. Okay, so you can see that quite effectively I got the ball going down the green. So if you go to a golf course that's new to you and you're not used to the pace of the greens, just spend 5 or 10 minutes, longish putts, one hand only. It's a great way to get a sense of feel or touch. Okay, so build a full stroke, build a full setup. Okay, when it's complete, then put the left hand behind the back. Okay, so I don't think method, I think task. Roll the ball. Okay, it's a bit kind to me there, the ball went in. To be honest, I pulled it slightly, but we found a slight break or nap that brought the ball back. However, because the pace is good, at least I had a chance it got to the hole. If I left it short, it could never have gone in. So primarily, for me, the right hand is the creative hand. And a good friend of mine called Robert Green, who's the pro down at Nazing, he played with me in Duluth. He said, got to learn to trust your right hand. And I got to the point where I was afraid for my right hand to release. And the moment Rob said that to me, then my putting improved because I became a bit more creative. So using the right hand only is creative, great sense of feel. And I could feel that I tweaked that putt. It wasn't a smooth release. So let's just try again. There we are. So we've got the ball rolling much closer to the line. And again, ball went into the hole. So let's do the same now, but let's remove the right hand and go left hand only. Okay, so right hand behind my back, left hand only. Now I find that much more difficult because I'm a right-handed person and I'm now playing a shot on the backhand of my weaker hand. However, I believe that by using the left hand only, I get a lovely link between my arm and my shoulder motion, and I really feel that the mechanism of the left hand, left arm and shoulders creates the stroke, and then the creative right hand lives within that stroke. So again, go to the trouble of your entire putting routine. Then I'm going to put my right hand behind my back. Okay, so task is the same, roll the ball the correct distance, but this time left hand only. I'm very aware, as a right-handed person, I'm very aware of the movement of the shoulder and the arm. So it gives me a great sense. So again, those two drills are separate. the right hand only was a creative activity, imparting roll, giving the putter strike the right distance. Then the left hand only, it gave me more of a mechanical feel. So when you fuse the hands together in a corporate grip, in your putting grip, however you choose to do it, okay, the hands function as one. But within that one, the left side is working on the stroke and the right hand's working on the roll. The onlooker shouldn't be able to tell the difference. Alright, so let's hit a putt normally. I've done some work on the drills. So if I now strike the putt, both hands work together and I get the line and the direction and the feel all combined. Now, never say never. That works for me. If you're successful by putting left below right and left hand dominating, or you're a right-handed release putter, then you must continue to do that. I'm just offering you a choice. Doesn't matter what your methodology is. But if it works for you, don't change it.